family. How you doing today? Uh, my birthday was Wednesday. Pretty good. Went pretty well. You know, the party don't start till tonight though. But anyway, this might be the most unscripted video I've done. Well, none of my videos are scripted. I try to, but it's not within me. So let's talk about what's going on in the world briefly. You know, I know a lot of people here. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are feeling down. A lot of people feel like giving up. A lot of people have suicidal thoughts, stuff like that. But let me just say this, okay? A lot of people look at this planet as probably hell. But at the same time, what if you check out early and you realize that it's actually heaven and hell at the same time? In terms of you were meant to come here, experience these experiences and stuff like that, and go through it. You know what I mean? Don't give up. Never ever give up. No matter how bad, and I've been through crazy situations. You know what I mean? Even when I was like a kid, I was like what, 14. I had to sleep outside in the rain just because I came home an hour late from school. And the reason why I came home an hour late because I like to play soccer. So after school, after classes, me and the boys would go down to the field. We play a little soccer, whatever. But my grandparents wasn't having it. You know what I mean? And so what they do, they lock me out of the house. And so I'll get home from school, still have my school bag, my uniform, everything on. No dinner, no nothing. I can't go in the house. I have to stay outside, sleep outside. It started raining. I was soaked the next day. My books are wet, everything. You know, and those were moments, and you know, that's just one little thing that happened. And those were moments when I felt like giving up. I'm only 14 at the time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of crazy things. But you know what I realize is that things like that make you stronger. If I'd given up back then I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't have two beautiful children, my son and my daughter. I wouldn't have experienced all the things that I've experienced up until this point. And this life is an experience. We have to live through it, the good and the bad, even if you're alone. If you don't see any smiles around you, look in the mirror, create a smile. You know, you are the co-creator of your own reality. And things will always turn around. Things go up, things go down. You know, so never give up. Don't look at the L's as losses. Look at it as lessons. You never lose anything. It's only a lesson for you to grow and improve. Only if you choose to take it that way. You know. Also, I've moved to Telegram because now I might be doing videos on Telegram. You know, it's more secure, it's uncensored, and you know, we could really go buck wild and talk about real issues that we really want to talk about. You know what I mean? Apart from that, me personally, I'm happy. I'm actually, you know, I'm glad that I've made the decisions that I've made in my past that bring me up to here. Which the main thing was not to give up. Not to ever give up, but I won't. When I clock out naturally, okay, it's my time to go, boom. Apart from that, I'ma still continue. And you should too. You should always take life as a lesson, not a loss. And I know we all make mistakes, nobody's perfect. Sometimes we're the ones that are blocking our own blessings and our own progress. Sometimes we really need to look in the mirror and say, hey, we're always blaming this other person. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I need to improve. Maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to work on my everything, my psyche, my health, my mental state of mind. my own happiness. That's another issue, that we always trying to look for happiness in someone else to make us happy. When in actually, you're the person that's supposed to make yourself happy. You're supposed to find that peace, that inner peace, that happiness. Make the right decisions. Karma, karma is good and bad. Karma is good and bad. So if you make the right decisions, you have good karma. You make the bad decisions, you have bad karma. If you look at it like that, then you know at all times what decision you really want to make, and brace for the repercussions, good or bad. Sometimes we're in relationships with other people, and we are the ones that are stepping between that person and their karma. And so the karma affects us also, negative or positive. Never block anyone's karma. Whatever they done in the past, they gotta live up to it. And people do change. Don't get me wrong. Not saying that people do not change. People change. I have. And try to do more positive things. Try to keep in a positive state of mind. Try meditating if you haven't. You know what I mean? Try reaching out to people that are positively inclined, that could give you great advices, good advices on life situations or anything that you want to pursue, or any issues that you might have. Reach out to somebody, and if nobody else is there, sometimes you gotta reach inward, and you'll find the answers. Don't let depression, suicidal thoughts get to you. Don't let whatever is going on with the pandemic in the world bring you down and bring fear, drive fear into your heart. That's what they want to do. Fuck them. Yeah, man. So I decided to do this video, and really, I feel like there are a lot of people out here that needs help. And if you're one of those people, right, reach out to someone, like I said. But most importantly, reach within. Because if you don't change yourself, if you don't change your mentality, your state of mind, your inner peace, if you don't work on those things, then no one can help you. You could bring Jesus off the cross, and he won't be able to help you. First, you got to look within yourself and help yourself. And if you're already doing that, then now you got to look at your external forces or people in your life that are dragging you down, that are bringing you down the wrong path, and let go of them. You gotta let go. Stop holding on to that. They won't make you happy anyway, because they're not trying to make you happy. They're trying to bring you down. What else? I've been sitting on a multi-billion-dollar idea for months now. Futuristic idea, but now is the time I think now is the time that would be a great time to jump on it, because nobody else is doing it. Idea is so unique that, it's scary. But, it's something that I want to venture on. Try to eat healthy. You know what I mean? Keep your vessel healthy. How you feel also physically depends on your mental state of mind. You know what I mean? Instead of moping around all day, being around negative company, doing this and doing that doesn't suit you. Try to do something positive. Try to work on yourself. Try to, work on you. That's the main thing. You got to work on yourself. I know this video is a little bit like low key or whatever, but reason why, because I don't want to wake up the baby. There's a baby next door in the room that's sleeping, so I got to talk a little bit low. Not my baby. tenants, say tenants, you know. And yeah, that's basically it. All in all, I feel like this year is going to be a great year. I feel like if we really come together, meditate together, even share ideas, we all could, as a collective, to do some great things. You know, there are crazy things that's happening. I just saw Black Sun in Russia, thanks to Gina on her website, YouTube channel. Gina, I don't remember her exact name, but you know, she showed a video of this black sun. It's crazy, you know. And the crazy thing about the black sun is that there's a huge planet behind it. It's off the chain. So I don't know if that's Nibiru, what is it, but there are a lot of things that's going on right now. We just gotta brace ourselves. And when I say brace ourselves, I mean not necessarily in a negative way. You know, there's a lot of things going on in politics right now. You know that since Biden became president, he was talking about, oh yes, before the stimulus package, this, that, and the third. You hear nothing about stimulus packages now. What he's trying to do now is attack other members of Congress. That's his focus. He opened up the borders. And tell me if this makes sense. They want you to wear double mask, right? Double mask now. They want you to get all these COVID scenes, right? But you're opening up the border, the southern border, to thousands of people coming in. You don't know what they have. You don't know. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? Whatever agenda he's on, he's not making any sense right now. President Biden, of the corporation, not of the United States. I don't even see you as a president, to be honest. Apart from that, you know, try to stay up, stay positive, spend time with your kids if you have kids, your family, if you have family, friends. If not, do it yourself. Be a soldier. Be a soldier. Sometimes that's best for you anyway. Sometimes the universe put you in that situation for a reason. Could be for protection, and also could be so you could self-reflect and find yourself. Right? So keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully it's positive stuff. Don't bring negative thoughts in your head. Don't bring depression and suicidal thoughts. Whatever we're going through right now is a lesson, not a loss. Remember that. Things are always going to be up and down. This is life. This is life. And when you check out of here, you want to be able to look back and say, damn, I really did it. I held on, regardless of the situation. Regardless. Alright? So, not going to make this video too much longer. Just wanted to give, you know, you folks a little bit of encouragement, those who really need it. You know, there's a lot of people out here stressing. Stop stressing. Why are you stressing? Relax. Take a deep breath. And smile. Bring that positive joy, that positive energy out of the ether to you. Okay? Another quick story, because, you know, I was going to cut the video short, but let me just say this video real quick. This scenario. So I ended up back in my early 20s, you know. I'm not that far. Okay. Back in my early 20s. I think I was like 21. Yeah, around that time. You know, this is way before I was became spiritually awake. So I was just wild, man. I was at university. I was in college, and I was just wild with the ladies. And it so happened that I met this girl, one night stand. Right, this is personal shit. Right, this is personal shit. One night stand, boom, she ended up getting pregnant. At the same time, I was with another girl that I met like within the same week. But this one, I really wanted to stick around with and stuff. So I didn't know the other girl from that party I met that night. We did it, and I didn't know that at the time she didn't know she was pregnant because it was only like a few days, a week. So I'm with this other female that I met at my college, my university, at the gym, while I was working out, and we're there, we kicking it, da 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 da. She got pregnant too. So I was like, all right, cool, got pregnant, da da da. And then I got a call from the other girl saying that she's pregnant a few a few months later. Well, actually weeks. Well, yeah, a few weeks. So now I ended up with two women pregnant at the same time. Crazy, right? Now, it's very interesting what I did though. What I did was, first of all, I explained the situation to the girl that I was with. The one that I was with, she had my daughter. The one night stand, she got pregnant with a boy. So I let her know because actually, the one night stand, I met her before I met the girl that I'm with now. I mean, at the time. So I let her know exactly what happened, and she was like, "All right, cool. It is what it is." At first, they were thinking about abortion and stuff, and I was like, you know what? Things happen the way it happened, and I shouldn't be fooling around. So maybe this was my karma. But anyway, what interesting was the one that has my daughter that I met at my college that I decided we actually got engaged, but we never got married. We were living together and everything after that, and she used to do modeling, and also on this part-time she used to work at a bank as a teller. So I was like, all right, cool, cool. I opened up a bar and a restaurant in Jamaica, so I had my own little bar restaurant running. Because in college, I actually got a decent job, before I graduated. So in my second year of college, I was already supervisor at this big company that was making a lot of money. And so I was able to invest into my own little business. So I started a little bar, restaurant thing going on. At the same time, speaking to both women back and forth. They both live in different towns. One lived with me, the other one lived in another town. So, going through the process, then it came to a point where I decided that I was coming to the United States. And the main reason why I came to the United States was because I didn't really have any family in Jamaica. At the time, I had a few, cousins here, there, da da da. My grandparents were there. But my mom, my aunts, my uncles, everybody else, my brothers, my sisters, everybody was in the United States. And they kept saying, hey, come over here, come over here. So I came to the US, you know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, what I did was, I called my son's mother and I said, this is the one with the one night stand. I called her and I said, hey, what is it that you like to do? Well, she liked to do hair and she liked being around kids and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, cool. And I helped her while working in the United States. I helped her set up a daycare. And she built a shed in the back of her yard where she could do hair and nails, stuff like that. Then I went to my daughter's mom and I said, what is it that you like to do? I already know you've been a model. I already know you work at the bank. She said, well, she liked to do massages and facials and different things. Plus, she liked to travel. So I remember when she said she liked to travel, I said, you know what? Let me hit my boy up. I went to college with his father, actually owned one of those major airports in Jamaica. So I did my daughter's mom resume myself from scratch. Did her resume for her, send it to my boy, asked him for a favor, send it to your dad, see if you could get her a job. Boom. A few weeks later, she got a job as a flight attendant. So now I don't have to pay to fly. Like right now, literally right now, she's still a flight attendant, and she got her massage and thing business going off the ground to the point that she's now featured in the newspaper in Jamaica for the business that she's doing as a masseuse and facials and stuff like that. So she is able to come to the U.S., get products, go back, and work on her other massage facial business. While my son's mom, she has her own little daycare, and not only that, she's um she's doing her hair and nails and stuff on the side. So it was just so crazy that I was able to put all that together from here. So now I build an empire. Now I have two women in my life, and two children are approximately months apart in age. And I was able to build a little empire. And I didn't see the benefit of it until early 2020, when I was like, you know what? Now I have to let my son and my daughter know each other. You know, they're becoming up to, they're almost in their teens now, and they haven't met each other in person. The moms never spoke to each other because I always deal with them separate. And what I was really proud of myself was in 2020, early 2020, I brought them all together. You know, I let them exchange phone numbers. My son is talking to his sister, you know, vice versa. The moms, they talk and they cool with each other, no animosity. And I thought it was going to be hell, but it's actually the best thing that I have ever done. And I'm proud of that myself. You know, I became spiritually awake in 2016. And all that time I was battling. I wasn't, at some point in time, I wasn't even talking to any of them, you know, for a few months. But when I got spiritually awoken, it was so traumatizing. It was a traumatizing event that happened with my mother. You know, my mother lives in Texas. And, you know, most people where the mother is always there for them and the father is the one that's missing. My father died when I was 11. And it's crazy that my mom was the one that's always missing out of my life. I'll call and she changed numbers. Reason why is because when she came to the U.S., she got married to this military guy. When she got married to him, she didn't tell the guy about me in Jamaica. So I have 6 brothers and sisters here in the U.S. that still, up until today, think that I'm a cousin. The guy that she's with don't even know. So it was traumatizing for me, and that triggered my my awakening experience. Because at one point I was so depressed. I was thinking about suicide. I was thinking about a lot of stuff. But then I have 2 kids. I can't do that. That suicide is not an option. I have to just, at the time, you know, man up and go through it, which I did. So now they both came together, and early last year or year before, yeah, and they always they call me, sometimes they call me in a 3-way. They show me a lot of love, respect. They both have their own jobs. They both have, that I have invested in. Yes, I do collect a little percentage off it. So, you know, I put all the money into helping them to where they are today. I know they don't ask me for $1 for the kids, but I do send money for birthdays, and you know, I do it because I want to. It's my kids, and I want to be, you know, I want to contribute towards my children. You know what I mean? So I don't have any stress coming from them or anything. It's all love. So that's my little personal story. So am I in a polygamous relationship? No. Kinda. But I'm single. The reason why I'm single is because people are like, oh, so why you don't go be with your daughter's mom, or why you don't go be with your son's mom? The problem with that is that now I'm spiritually awakened. My daughter's mom is so materialistic. She the Birkin bag, Gucci, Fendi type person. Beautiful too. She was a model. She's materialistic. And I can't be with somebody being spiritual with someone that's that materialistic. And she knows. She tell me one day, she said, you knew how I was when you met me. Why should I change now? And I was like, damn, that's cold, but you're right. I always knew you was like this when I met you. Now, why I don't go be with my son's mom? Because she's so into the church. She's such a Christian type woman that I'll be talking to her about spiritual shit and she's like, don't worry, Jesus will help you. I'm talking to you about spirituality. I'm talking about looking into yourself, not looking out to some Jesus to help. Don't worry, Jesus will save you. Jesus will help you. She's so into it and she's so embedded through her grandparents, her grandma, whatever. Christian church girl. Church girl. And for a church girl to do a one night stand after a party, that was interesting, but you know, it is what it is. So I decided to remain single. After my spiritual awakening, I was with someone and I had to let that go too. Because mentally she wasn't there. Spiritually she not looking that direction. She's one of them Instagram girls that like to shake her ass and all that shit. So I had to leave her alone. And I've been single since. So I might get into another relationship if the woman is spiritual, you know. If not, then it's okay. I'm good. So that's my little story, man. You know, that's my little. If I had, when I was growing up and my grandparents was kicking me out the house and, you know, my graduation day from high school, they didn't turn up. And on top of that, when I got home, all my stuff was outside by the road. Oh, you're graduating now from high school, you're a big man. Shit, I'm only, what, 16? Where should I go? What should I do? I don't know. Ended up going to my high school and slept in the classroom that whole summer. The janitor gave me toilet paper and gave me the keys to the restroom. I worked at a supermarket and packing bags. That's how I eat. Off tips. So I know people go through rough times. I said all that just to say, right? You could be going through rough times, but those rough times is probably training you for something greater, something bigger. You know, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. And trust me, when your blessings come your way, it will come even double time, more abundantly. All right? So, I've said enough. There's a lot to my stories. But who am I?